Hey River Chase. As you can tell, Cheryl and I have swapped our devotion days, so hers will be coming in tomorrow, but today I wanted to talk to you about how important it is that we commit our lives to the Lord and how difficult that can be at times. And it's been difficult from the beginning. You know, Adam and Eve were told by God to that they could eat of any fruit in the garden except for the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. And they felt like they could make that choice on their own, and that, you know, they could be their own God. They could choose their own way. And when they took of that fruit of the knowledge of good and evil, they fell. They chose a path apart from the Lord. And when we fast forward to the 10 Commandments, the Lord says to not covet your neighbor's things. And a part of taking our own lives for ourselves and not committing it to the Lord is coveting, because we are the Lord's. God is the creator of all things. He is the recreator of all things. And for us to take our lives back and say that the Lord is not going to be our shepherd, the Lord is not going to guide us, is our way of coveting His own creation. And so it is important to give our lives over to the Lord, because He is the great author and creator of all things, and He knows how to bring about good things for His people. This past weekend, my family and I went to the lake for Father's Day, and you know, we've had this boat since I was 2, and I love boat rides. I mean, it is so fun to just have the wind in your hair and to see all the beautiful creation in the water. And then obviously it's fun to see people tube and anything like that. And so, but I can remember when I was a kid always begging my dad for the moment that I could start driving the boat. I wanted the control of the machine. I wanted to drive that thing. And so, you know, when I was a kid, he would let me sit in front of him and he would like help me steer. And obviously now I'm of age, and I really kind of am terrified of driving that boat now, because I got a taste of what it was like to have the control. And it's not all that it's not all that we make it out to be, to have that control. There's like this idealized picture of what it would be like, and then the moment that you have that control, you're terrified, because there are boats coming straight at you, not only like forward, but then they're coming out from the side, and you have to constantly be on guard to make sure that you're not going to hit anyone, that nobody's going to hit you. And it's really fast, and it's not like a road where there's one specific way to go. And so it's just chaos, in my opinion, and it terrifies me. And that's what it's like with the Lord as well. It is peaceful and calm and enjoyable to sit back and relax and to trust that the driver of the boat is going to keep you safe and allow you to have, you know, a good time while you're at it. But the moment that you take control, you now have to be in charge, and you have to try to protect the people that are in the boat with you, where the Lord is the captain of our ship. We can sit and peacefully rest knowing that He is in charge. He is guiding us and leading us, and He knows how to get us to the good things that He has in store for us. But the moment that we try to take control, chaos happens, because we don't know everything. We are not all present or all knowing. We are not able to know exactly what steps to take to bring about the Lord's will. And so we need to learn to trust in Him. In Joshua 7, right after the Battle of Jericho, the Israelites have defeated Jericho. They have plundered them. And instead of listening to the Lord's wisdom, some of the people have taken some of the devoted things for themselves. And then they're like, hey, we just defeated Jericho. Of course we can go defeat the kingdom eye. And so they go off to battle without even seeking the Lord's wisdom or seeing if that is what the Lord had in store. And they get defeated. The Lord lets them get wiped out. And Joshua comes to the Lord and he's like, Lord, what has happened? And God's like, Israel sinned. They did not obey my word. They did not listen to me. And they definitely didn't seek me. And so when we take control of that ship, of that boat, of our life, chaos occurs because we are not wise enough to live this life. And the reason why that is because the Lord wants that relationship where we are constantly in communion with Him, constantly working with Him and relying on His wisdom. Our life was always meant to be relational with the Lord so that He would guide us and teach us His ways. In Matthew 6, when Jesus offers the Lord's Prayer, part of it says, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. The Lord has a good will. He has good plans for His people. He brings good things to His people, and we need to pray for God to teach us how to rely on that. And then in 6:25 it says, therefore I tell you, do not be anxious about your life, what you will eat or what you will drink, nor about your body, what you will put on. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothing? The Lord clothes the birds and he feeds the flowers. He knows every hair on our head, and He is going to give us the things that we need. Proverbs 3:5, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. Our understanding is fallen. We have sinned, we have tainted it. We are not anywhere near the wise place of the Lord. So we rest upon Him with our entire heart and trust that He has good things. In Psalm 37:5, commit your way to the Lord. Trust in Him and He will act. Let the Lord drive your life. Let Him guide you. Let us learn how to rest in the peace of His guidance and pray that He would teach us how to commit our entire life to Him, how to be willing to step out on the water if He calls us to, how to be willing to wait if He calls us to. The Lord is good, and He has good things for His people. We must only trust and wait for His guidance and His wisdom. I love you, River Chase, and I hope that you, along with me, can learn how to trust the Lord in all of His guidance and to be encouraged that He has not abandoned us, He has not left us, and He is constantly giving us good things. I hope you have a great Thursday. Bye, River Chase.